Hey guys, what's going on? Today I have Hypermaxed out by Performax. Now this is a pre-workout that comes a little differently than their last pre-workout. But however, years ago they used to have a very nice pre-workout which also had DMHA, I believe. I might be wrong on that, but this is something else. It doesn't have DMHA, it doesn't have exotic stimulants, but it does have ergogenic. Now ergogenic, I don't believe it's banned, but it's known to be like the gray area stimulant. So be careful if you are considering this pre-workout, or if you are a beginner, this is not for you. This is for those over 18 because you gotta be an adult to use a super strong pre-workout. And I do recommend, if you do want to find a pre-workout that works for you and you are young, then check out my video about the best pre-workouts for teenagers. Otherwise, this video is about Performax Hypermaxed out. Now, by the way, if you do want to see the strongest pre-workout list that's updated on a weekly, almost weekly basis, check out fitfrick.com. I have the strongest pre-workouts there. All the links in the description for everything that you need. But let's get into this pre-workout. Now, this formula is quite the high quality formula. Now, everything in here almost is patented. That means there's ingredients in there that has proper compounds in there that we need to get the benefits from. They're much more better in bioavailability and the effects should be stronger. Now this is a stim junkie type of pre-workout. Let me get into the formula and then we'll get into my experience. If you do want to see the full article breakdown on each ingredient, the article should be published by the time this video is published. So this is Hypermaxed out. Now they have done it well with the formula. First look, is packed 24 grams per serving, and there's 40 servings per tub. That means if you're getting the full 2 scoop serving, you're going to be getting 20 servings, and you're going to be getting a very nice pre-workout. For what you get, this is quite good. Just from the formula itself, not considering the experience. So I know this has a lot of Yohimbine, but let me get to that because there's something else that's special about this pre-workout that makes the Yohimbine side effects almost disappear. So let's get into the formula. The first ingredient, 8 grams of citrulline. Very nice, pure citrulline, not citrulline malate. This is gonna help with nitric oxide production. Then we have Beta-Alanine for the tingles. It's gonna be really good for the muscular endurance, 3.2 grams. Then we have glyceride. This is for the water-based pumps. You're gonna be getting increased water retention in your muscles, a little bit differently than creatine, but if you're using creatine, there's some nice synergistic effects on the pump. So that means if you're natty and you wanna maximize your size, glycerol is the way to go because it's gonna maximize your size, making you look fuller and pumped all day long. Like, it is one of my favorite ingredients for the pumps. And 2 grams is quite good. It's a patented ingredient, glyceride. Tyrosine, this is to maximize the alertness and energy in your mind without being a stimulant, so it's not going to affect your heart rate. This is going to be working really well when it's combined with stimulants because tyrosine can improve the production of those feel-good neurotransmitters that helps you feel motivated and energized. Then we have Beta-Alanine. This is a premium source of choline bitrate. Dose at 1 gram, it's a proper dose. Even at half a serving, you're getting 500 milligrams and you're going to be getting some nice focus. It's going to be helping a lot with the acetylcholine levels in your brain, helping improve concentration and focus, helping maximize that mind to muscle connection, or just giving you like that tunnel vision that you need in the gym, theoretically. Then we have Thin Fine. This is a premium patented form of phenylethylamine. Don't come at me, bro. 500 milligrams per serving. This combined with ergogenic should lead to some nice motivation, nice energy, nice feel-good vibes. Of course, this is not going to be like insane euphoria. These ingredients are going to enhance mood elevation. Roto Prime. This is a premium source of Revolda. This is a really good ingredient for mental and physical energy. It's a non-stimulant, but it's an adaptogen. That means it's going to help reduce stress. If you are experiencing stressful times, it's going to help kind of chill you out, but at the same time giving you energy for focus and mentally and physically. Then we have pink Himalayan sea salt. Electrolytes are super important. You're going to lose some in the workout, so having this in your pre-workout is going to help a lot with the pumps, with your performance, just helping you maximize on every front. Electrolytes are good to have. Then we have Hesper Pump. This is a premium patent form of Hesper. I'm the worst at pronunciations. But 150 milligrams is going to help with blood circulation. It's also going to help theoretically increase skin temperature. That's interesting as well. So overall, it's going to help with pumps, giving you more nitric oxide, more pumps, baby. Then we have Infinergy. This is caffeine malate. This is a slow digesting caffeine form. I know some of you might be like, I don't want to wait for my caffeine kick, but hours after your workout, you might feel a bit of a crash when you don't have this kind of ingredient. So this will help smooth out any possible crash because it's longer lasting and slower digesting. Then we have Kanna Ease. I think this is the secret ingredient here because this ingredient can help reduce anxiety, helping maximize your energy mentally as well as sort of physically, but mostly mentally because it helps reduce anxiety. Kanna Ease combined with Yohimbine. I think that's the secret that they have in here. Do you know how in gorilla mode they have, okay, wait, I'll get to that in a second. I don't want to get too off track. Then we have, I'll come back to this subject during my explanation of the experience because I don't want to get too deep into that while I'm explaining the ingredients. But then we have an antioxidant. This should help prolong the effects of nitric oxide. And it should just be a really good antioxidant, really good for overall health. And that's Pinarox, 100 milligrams. Then we have Huperzine. Huperzine, 20 milligrams, that's 1%. That means you're getting the full clinical dose. This combined with choline will help prolong the effects of acetylcholine levels. This will help inhibit the enzyme that actually breaks down acetylcholine. Okay, good. Then we have the cousin of caffeine, theobromine. This is a feel-good type of stimulant. It's a really nice mood-enhancing, blood pressure reducing ingredient, and it's going to help reduce any side effects that you may get from other stimulants. So theobromine, super good to have. You know how when you drink cocoa or something like dark chocolate, that's where theobromine comes from. Then we have the controversial ingredient, Yohimbine. In the patented form, of course, because we want that hard-hitting Yohimbine. But no, trust me, this is good Yohimbine. This is dosed at 15 milligrams. Oh boy, I know what you're thinking, but wait, let me get to the experience because it is interesting how Yohimbine acts in here. Because if you hate Yohimbine, I'm willing to bet you'll like this. I'll explain in a second. So it contains like two sources of Yohimbine, the hard-hitting alpha Yohimbine and the regular version. But let me get to that into my experience because that's all tied in together. Bioprin black pepper extract. This is to help you absorb all the ingredients because black pepper, when you're combining it with other ingredients, enhances the bioavailability of all the other ingredients. That's why it's good to have black pepper in your salad so you can absorb all the nutrients as best as possible. And it's science, it's proven by research. Don't take my word for it. But anyway, how many patent ingredients in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. That's not incredible, but it's amazing. It's good. It's really good. I've seen more, but this is high quality. This is what we want in a formula. When we see it, at least at the first glance, first impression, these dosages, these ingredients, this is what the standard should be as to what to look for in a pre-workout that works outside of those energizing stim junkie pre-workouts. We're talking about like ergogenic aids, stuff that's proven to work. So, let me clear my throat for this. The experience. So drinking this is just a normal caffeine kick, but half an hour later, an hour later, that's when the temperature sort of increases. But there isn't any cold sweats. I don't feel the cold sweats that I usually feel from 15 milligrams of Yohimbine. Now I've taken Citrulline, the original DMHA fat burner, that had 13 milligrams of Yohimbine and cold sweats galore. I was like a mountain of cold sweats. Just sitting there on my computer, I'd be like cold, sweaty, and I would just not feel good. Citrulline, though I loved it, the original version was still amazing. I still put myself through the torture, but I can see why people would hate Yohimbine based on this. But based on this combination, the synergy between Kanna and Yohimbine is incredible, at least for me, because I feel the positive effects of Kanna. Now, this might be different for you. It's not going to be the same for everyone, because how ingredients act for other people are always different. It's always on their tolerance or genetics. All our brains are wired differently. But Kanna, in general, is super good. It's different. You know how gorilla mode, you feel that warm, cool euphoria? It's in here as well. It's not that same warm euphoria. This is stronger in that sense, in sense of energy and euphoria, but the effects of Kanna can really be felt with this. Yohimbine at 15 milligrams, theoretically, that's way more than Hypermaxed, and Hypermaxed gave me like torture for cold sweats. But I didn't feel that with this. I felt sweaty. I felt increased temperature. Yes, but no cold sweats. That's side effect, that nasty thing where you feel cold and you're sweating at the same time and you're warm at the same time. So it's a weird combination of being cold, being warm, and sweaty. It's like, what? No, I can't have that, but Hypermaxed out, it's different. Trust me. If you hate Yohimbine, give this a try, like at least a sample. I think you might actually like it. But outside of that, during my workouts, I am literally hypermaxed out. I am bouncing off walls. No matter how tough the sets were, I could not sit between sets. I would be moving. Like I would be going from one end to the gym to the other, going to the next thing, non-stop. I'm hypermaxed out. This actually reminded me of a movie. It's a really funny one. It's called Flubber, I think. You know that bouncy ball, that movie with Robin Williams where the ball was just bouncing everywhere, the green thing? And I think that movie was called Flubber. That's the scene that it reminded me of. This should be called Flubber, because I was hypermaxed out. I was moving, bouncing off walls. I swear to God, I felt so hyper, so energized. And it was non-stop for the whole workout, and even afterwards, hours afterwards. I didn't feel much of a crash. I did feel a little bit of a calm down after like 6 hours, where it would start to feel like, okay, finally my heart rate's calming down. And just checking my microphone. Excuse me. It's the winter time, so I have a bit of stuffy nose, but I'm fine. But the energy is amazing off this. The energy, the fat burning, like the thermogenic effects, at least of like the sweatiness and feeling warmer. And the other thing is the pumps. It's long lasting, and it actually feels like I'm maximizing my vasodilation. While this isn't like a top tier pump stim junkie formula, it surprised me. Outside of all the stim junkie pre-workouts I've taken, this one is different because they're taking Kanna and Yohimbine. I've never seen this combination before. I am scientific when it comes to ingredients. I'm always like, that has that. Okay, maybe the synergy between that and this could have a synergistic effect. And usually there is always synergy between all ingredients, citrulline and agmatine, huperzine and choline. So I think Yohimbine is meant to be combined with Kanna. And I think after this video, other companies will look at Hypermaxed out and be like, maybe we gotta include that. Maybe we don't have to remove Yohimbine just because people hate it. Maybe there's some synergy that we can fix. And it feels like this was fixed with Hypermaxed out. So if you are the kind of guy, the kind of girl who hates Yohimbine, I think you might actually like this one. But again, don't take my word for it as if like Nader hyped this out. He said I wouldn't feel cold sweats. It depends on yourself, right? Maybe you don't feel the positive effects of Kanna. Everyone is wired differently, but I think the majority of people will like this formula. And I know you're looking at the Yohimbine and you're like 15 milligrams. I'm sensitive to Yohimbine as well. I feel the cold sweats. I don't like it. It's torture. It's a little bit torturous for me, and I put myself through it, but I still I still don't like it, but I still like to go through that because I know it's working. And even though I feel side effects, but this combined with Kanna and Yohimbine, great synergy. You have to give it a try. If you've never tried that synergy before, Kanna is amazing. Kanna is nothing like theanine. It's not going to like calm you down. Like it can be used in sleep aids, but theanine, I feel like it's more smoother and calmer. And Kanna, I feel like it just removes anxiety without calming you down, without putting you in a sedative state where you feel not sleepy. Because CNI, if you take it on its own, okay, you might feel calmer in the zone. Kanna, I feel like it just removes anxiety and stress and dirty energy feeling. So this is a very clean, very high energy type of pre-workout with great pumps. Give this a try. Use coupon code FITFRIC. If you want to check out the strongest pre-workout list, check out fitfric.com. And yeah, if you made it this far into the video, I really am thankful and grateful that you have. You're the man, you're the boss, you're the lady boss. And I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. But yeah, I do recommend this. I wasn't actually thinking I would like this just because of the company. Like, I was looking at the formula, I was like, that's cool. How's the experience going to be? But I actually really like this. And by the way, the flavor is fine. The flavor is great. Dragon fruit is the one I got, and it wasn't bad at all. It was good. I like drinking this. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and have a great day. Go work out, bro.